Watchbox at SIHH 2018. We are with Richard Mille, and we're looking at the RM7-01. Now this watch is a standout because it's a world premiere, the first ever setting of gems in ceramic. You can see the black ceramic in conjunction with the rose gold forming a hybrid case. It's worth mentioning up front how this is achieved. First, the channeling is created by etching into the ceramic. It's actually milled and drilled to fit a cradled, brilliant cut diamond. Now the way this is done is the gem is first set in a cradle of gold, which is then nestled into the channel. Now, this is the smallest Richard Mille woman's watch. It's approximately 45.66 millimeters from end to end, not including a little bit of flare of the strap. And across, it has a width of approximately 31.4, not inclusive of the crown. The crown, by the way, beautifully set. Now, the timepiece features a paved center dial. It is luminescent, so this is a true sports watch. You can view it in just about any light thanks to the indelible qualities of the sapphire and the ceramic. It's designed for long-wearing durability. Horology is not neglected. As you can see, this is the CRMA2 automatic movement, which you can see is both, if I can get my focus under control, is both free-sprung and equipped with a full balance bridge. Both features robustly shock-resistant. It is not the Pablo Mac Donough, nevertheless, it is solidly constructed and can take more knocks than a conventional ladies' watch. A sporting watch in the Richard Mille tradition. You can see this combination of gold and ceramic, diamonds and sapphire, beautifully executed in the iconic tonneau shape. This is the Richard Mille RM7-01 at SIHH 2018. You're looking at the Richard Mille flagship novelty for 2018. This is the RM53-01 Pablo Mac Donough, a polo-specific shock-absorbing watch that features both extended power reserve tourbillon and nearly indestructible packaging. Let's talk first about what you're getting. Well, outside is TPT carbon fiber, which is both robustly anti-shatter, that is shatter-resistant, and almost impossible to scratch. Effectively an indelible material like sapphire ensures the watch is both feather light and incredibly robust. Now, the bare case dimensions are not inclusive of the crown, 44.5 millimeters across, and from edge to edge, the lug-to-lug dimension is effectively 50 millimeters, within hundredths of an inch, so we're going to call it 50 lug-to-lug. I can tell you in the hand, the watch almost disappears. On the wrist, I would guess it's a 30 millimeter round watch because it is so light and wieldy. But let's talk about what makes this watch truly distinct from previous efforts. If you remember the original 2012 Pablo Mac Donough, the RM53, then you remember it was a dramatically cowled tungsten carbide tourbillon piece that basically protected itself against shock with extreme and ultra-dense metals, as well as very small apertures for viewing the time and the tourbillon. This watch reclaims the iconic Richard Mille tonneau case with a distinct switch in material composition. Though you can't see it, the crystal is effectively 2.4 millimeters thick and constructed in the same fashion as a laminated Mercedes S-Class window or even armored glass. A single piece of sapphire is taken, and then to avoid continuous runs through granular patterns, the back is superimposed over the front, and between them, a polymer layer is seamlessly laminated in. Note, you can't see any of this in person. The result is that you can strike the crystal with a polo mallet, with a hammer, with a sledge or a pile driver, and effectively create nothing more than a crack. It's virtually shatter resistant. Even as a complete spider web of fractures, it is not going to give way because of the laminated structure. Now that's part one. Part two is the fashion in which the tourbillon is actually protected from shock up to a rated level of approximately 5,000 G. Now you can see the suspension of the movement via two sets of pulleys. There are 10 pulleys in total, and there are two independent steel wires that bear the movement in high tension and suspension. There is a titanium frame outboard that acts as the brace for the movement, and then there are twin main plates flanking the guts of the movement, front and back, in grade 5 titanium and blackened. 19 pivot jewels. The highlight of the movement is the fact that it's both shock resistant, and the tourbillon, beating away at 3 hertz, has a robust manually wound 70-hour power reserve. The timepiece is one of 30 that will be constructed. The retail price is going to be approximately $900,000 US. The important thing to remember is this is a watch that is first and foremost shock resistant and effectively indestructible in the course of normal sports, polo included. Created for Argentine sports star and polo ace Pablo Mac Donough, the watch features signature Argentine blue on its hybrid textile and leather strap. Moreover, it's important to note The timepiece features subtle blue accents about its chapter ring with blackened coloration and luminescent indices, so a full-featured sports watch. You'll note the same in the script of Richard Mille, as well as the tone of the skeletonized hands. The watch is ethereal, the watch is airy, it's almost like a snowflake in weight, big, voluminous, and light on the wrist, while at the same time having unmistakable physical presence and a very functional purpose for those who engage in extreme sports or simply those who would wish to. This is the Richard Mille RM 53-01 at SIHH 2018. You're looking at the RM 5301 Pablo Mac Donough on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. Now you can see how a true dream watch actually fits. Two things I want to emphasize: it's light and compact. Don't think of it as a 44.5 millimeter wide watch, because lug to lug it's about 50 and it wears more compact than that. I would say if you can wear a typical modern super case 40 millimeter Rolex on an integrated solid end link bracelet, you can wear this watch with comfort. It even weighs less. Now critically, not only does the TPT carbon fiber case and mostly air-filled case reduce the mass on the wrist, but the watch has practically been mounted on a Velcro strap. So if you're Pablo Mac Donough, and for all practical intents and purposes, adhesion and comfort, as well as a minimum of encumbrance, are priorities, you can wear this watch comfortably and fix it securely with a clever and, let's face it, realistic Velcro fixation. This is the Richard Mille RM 5301 at SIHH 2018.